Today we're going to explore the story of one of the biggest names in the music industry. We're going to take a deep dive into the dark and mysterious rise of Lil Durk, a rapper whose journey was far from glamorous. But before we unveil the intriguing details, let's rewind to where it all began, the gritty streets of Chicago. Born as Durk Derek Banks on October 19, 1992, Lil Durk's life unfolded in the shadows of Inglewood, a neighborhood on the south side of Chicago. From the very beginning, his path was lined with hardships. He was exposed to criminal activity of his father, Dante Banks, also known as Big Durk. During the 1990s, Big Durk was selling crack cocaine on the streets of Chicago, an involvement that led to his arrest and imprisonment back in 1993, and at this point, Lil Durk was only 1 year old. His mother LaShonda, his brother Dante Jr., and Lil Durk himself were left without the support they needed. LaShonda was also known as Mama Durk, and at the time was working as a nurse in a local hospital. However, single-handedly managing household affairs proved to be a daunting task. The hardship became so profound that a young Lil Durk often found himself going hungry at night. Without a father figure and his mother working long hours, Lil Durk was drawn to the street life. When Durk was 10 years old, he would often wander into the night, sometimes not coming home until early in the morning. During his teenage years, Lil Durk had a level of independence and became street smart. This would later be the key to him rising to stardom. Yet this blessing came hand in hand with a curse. The unforgiving streets of Chicago are no playground for a boy since danger can lurk around any corner. Lil Durk at a young age started to pave a path towards a lifestyle that involved criminal activities, ones even more severe than those his father was even involved in. This freedom that Durk had led him into joining the Black Disciples. Deprived of a father figure, Lil Durk began to look up to the men in his community. Unfortunately, as he navigated his teenage years, he found himself in the midst of a local gang in his neighborhood. It was within this gang that Lil Durk found a sense of belonging, but this came with a cost. The time he spent with the gang was marked by extreme violence, with the deaths of friends and family members becoming a daily occurrence. The brutality of his lifestyle eventually forced Lil Durk to abandon his education at a young age. However, it was during these challenging years that he developed a love for the rap game. This interest was ignited by his childhood friends who also wanted to rap. The rising rap figures he saw on television, such as Lil Wayne, their music, their success, their ability to rise above adversity. It all resonated with a young Lil Durk. At the age of 17, Lil Durk and his friends began experimenting with music under the moniker OTF, which stands for Only the Family. This musical exploration resulted in the creation of a MySpace account, which quickly grew a following within their local community. However, it wasn't until he started posting on YouTube that his music career would finally start to take off. Lil Durk was primarily focused on providing for his family and fully immersing himself in his passion for rap. The decision marked a significant turning point in his life, paving the way for him to become the star he is today. Fully aware of the challenges that come with growing up without a father's guidance and support, Lil Durk was able to provide for his family. To expand his digital footprint, he started uploading videos on YouTube, which was starting to boost his image on MySpace. And with the backing of his community and his savvy online efforts, Lil Durk quickly made a name for himself on YouTube, earning him a spot amongst the top 20 rappers in Chicago. He employed traditional avenues to spur his success by distributing flyers and CDs and making appearances to open mic nights. However, it was his strategic networking with DJs and constant uploads on YouTube that truly got him the traction within the hip-hop and rap scene. The world was finally starting to take notice of Lil Durk, setting the stage for a promising career in music. Around this time, other rappers such as Chief Keef were also seeking recognition in the Chicago drill scene, leading to Lil Durk's association with other rap collectives known as 300. Surrounded by dedicated rappers and with his music beginning to resonate with listeners, the stage was set for Lil Durk to rise to stardom. Yet one aspect of his past clung on, preventing him from fully realizing his potential, the harsh reality of the streets that had shaped him. His blessings once again were starting to turn into his curse. A defining moment of Lil Durk's early success was the raw authenticity in his relatable lyrics. Drawing from personal experiences that he had in the streets, Lil Durk crafted songs that reflected the harsh realities he knew firsthand, and with the streets being a part of Lil Durk, things took a turn in 2011 when Lil Durk was arrested for illegal possession of firearms. He served a 90-day sentence, which was extended by another 87 days due to a parole violation. This prison stint presented a roadblock in his career, but Lil Durk demonstrated resilience. Following his release, his track Sneak Dissin' got positive responses, cementing his status as one of Chicago's most influential new generation rappers. However, it wasn't until 2012, with the release of his album I'm Still a Hitter, that he gained national recognition. Headlined by the single L Anthems, the album was said to have stroked the flames of ongoing conflict in Chicago. Despite the controversy surrounding the song, it resulted in a surge of interest in Lil Durk's music beyond his hometown. His following grew significantly, attracting fans from other states, thereby expanding his influence on the rap scene. The ascent of Lil Durk had truly begun, and record companies were eager to capitalize on his rising popularity. Shortly after the release of I'm Still a Hitter, Lil Durk signed a deal with Def Jam's Recordings, a decision that would greatly help him in the rap game. With the backing of Def Jam, Lil Durk dropped a series of albums that further amplified his name in the industry, including Signed to the Streets, Signed to the Streets 2, Remember My Name, and Lil Durk 2X. His heartfelt and gritty lyrics, weaving the narrative of his upbringing on Chicago streets, continued to strike a chord with his growing audience. While his numbers reached enormous heights, amassing millions of views and dollars, he simultaneously grappled with legal issues, ranging from misdemeanors to felonies. In 2013, Durk found himself in trouble with the law, arrested for unlawful possession of a .40 caliber handgun during a car search in Chicago. By 2015, he was allegedly involved in a fatal shootout, prompting further police scrutiny. His journey through these years were further complicated by numerous controversies, a beef between Chief Keef and Lil Jojo, and numerous other beefs. Yet, it wasn't until 2019 that Lil Durk found himself fighting for his life. News broke that Lil Durk and King Von were facing murder charges. This sent shockwaves through the rap game. Prosecutors accused the two rappers of robbing a man of his car and $30,000, which ended with the man dying. Nonetheless, Lil Durk was eventually released on a hefty bail of $250,000, prompting mixed emotions among his followers. They also had concerns about his past actions and the uncertain future that lay ahead. Thankfully for Lil Durk, all charges were dropped in October of 2022, and since then he has been steady rising. As we stand here in 2023, Lil Durk has established himself as a towering figure in the rap game. He has collaborated with some of the best in the game, such as Lil Baby and Drake. He also has 2 Grammy nominations, and I'm sure Lil Durk's rise is far from over. It's crazy to think that a young kid from the streets of Chicago made it to where he is today. He is a true inspiration. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you drop a like, comment, and don't forget we post every Monday and Thursday. So if you enjoyed the content, please make sure you subscribe.